finish soon. Yeah, so welcome back. It's really lovely to be back again live with you all. We have been away now for, well, it feels like a long summer, but that's the perks of being teachers, isn't it, when you get a nice long summer together. So yeah, we're back and we're going to go live today, and we're going to do a style that's perfect for going back to school. And this style that I'm going to show you today is going to be one that I think we could kind of set ourselves a bit of a challenge with this one, because you're going to be able to get so many different styles out of this one style. I'll explain more as we go along. Okay, so if you're watching me now, it'd be great if you give me a thumbs up. I would love that. Thumbs up always are good, because then other people see me, and then it sort of just helps encourage other people to have a little look around. Okay, now if you're watching with your daughter today, it'd be really, really lovely for them to help me pick my bobbles at the end. So if you have got your little girl watching with you, then just let me know, because then I will ask them a very key question at the end. I'm going to need their help, okay? So before we get started, what I was going to say, I'm out of practice. I haven't done these lives now for a few weeks. Yeah, so I go live normally, when I'm not on holiday, every Saturday at 5:30, and I show you a style. Hi, Caroline! Oh, it's so lovely that you're here! Oh, I was just saying how I've not done these now for like 4 weeks. I'm all out of practice. But yeah, it's so lovely that you're back. Oh, hi, Louise! It's so lovely. I think this is your first one being here, isn't it, Louise? Now Louise from Perfect Plats, she was the inspiration of that incredible headband hairstyle that I showed you. So if you go back through my other Saturday styles, if you haven't seen it already, be sure to have a look, and then look in the description, because I show you all about Louise and how amazing she is. Honestly, she's phenomenal. She does a new style every single day. Don't know how she has the time, and she's got a job. Can you believe it? Like, wow. Anyway, so I go live every Saturday at 5:30, and I show you how to style to do, and then you can join our Facebook group. I've put a link in the description box so you can join our group, and then you can share the style. And I'm a little bit behind today on what I'm going to be doing, because we're trying to get back into the routine of just, we're trying to de-caravan. If any of you are caravanners, then maybe you will know. I don't know. I don't understand how everything has been in my caravan is now in my house. It's just taken over the house, because we have a caravan that we stick on the back of the car and we tow it around with us. It's not even a static caravan. It's a teeny tiny caravan that sleeps 6. Yeah, so we're still kind of trying to pack everything away and get back to normal and get ready for some early mornings. Yeah, so I haven't got around to posting all of last week's pictures, but oh my gosh, you're all here today. Hi Laura, how are you? Yeah, it's so lovely that you're all here. It's nice to be back. It's nice to see you all. Yeah, we had a camper van, and we did, what's NC 500? What is that? Is that when you went to Scotland? I saw you went to Scotland. How lovely. I mean, my sister does caravanning as well, and I don't know how she manages to pack everything away and then be back to normal. Scotland, yeah, my husband is desperate to go to Scotland, whereas I mean, you saw our photos. We just love, me and the children, we just love to go to Devon. I love Devon. It's just gorgeous. But I know Scotland is equally gorgeous. All good. I hope we did. We had a really lovely holiday. Thank you. I feel like I think I've got something in my eye. Anyway, I mean, Louise and Laura and Caroline, you're just so good at your braids. You're going to just be amazing with this one. And this one I thought would be really fun. We could kind of make it into like a longer, it'd be like a challenge. You can kind of do it a different style every day with this style. It was incredible. I hope you had a little time to. Oh, great. So do you have your own mobile home then, or did you hire it, Louise? Because I know, whoops, I know you can hire them. Oh, it sounds fun. Yeah, it is. It's so fun. Okay, so this style then, what we're going to do. Oh, did I finish explaining everything? I think I did. I'm so giddy for seeing you all and seeing you all. Okay, so it's ours. She's called Bertha. She has her own Insta page, does she? Oh, amazing. Oh, you'll have to send me the link. I'd love to see what you get up to in Bertha. Bertha the motorhome. Oh, how lovely. So my husband really, really... Oh, Alicia is here watching this video. Alicia, I've got a job for you. Could you have a little think? I need to choose between these like pom-pom bobbles, these little bows, and bigger bows. So Alicia, could you please help tell me what to do, but that's not till the very end anyway. Okay, so because it's back to school, I thought we'd go through the back to school colours. I've gone for navy. Lots of schools have navy, don't they? And what we're going to do is I'm going to just drop her head down, stop talking about holidays. And I'm going to do a parting at the top, like a box parting. Let's see if I can just tilt this down so you see her head better. There we go. Right, so the bigger bows. Yeah, love you. I like the bigger bows too. Okay, so I'm going to take back like that and get that section. And I'm going to just hold it in my hand. And then I'm going to pull back over here and hold it in my hand. And then I'm just going to double check that I've got it symmetrical. Let's see, because it's hard when you're doing it above. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good from like both from the, I think we had this, whoops, we had this discussion last time about what that's called. And I think Caroline said it was the arch of the eyebrow. Oh no, the bow of the eyebrow. Oh, I can't remember now, Caroline. What did you say? Anyway, so I've done both sides, but the back of this is not neat. I mean, look at this. It's a bit, it's all higgledy-piggledy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to slice across the back just to give it a better finish. And then I've got all of the hair in my hands. And then I'm going to just swizzle it up into a, like, just out of the way. So just swizzle it all the way up like that, and then get a sectioning clip just to sort of clip it together. Whoops, doesn't matter how perfect it is. And I'm going to use one of these little invisibobbles because I want to get the rest of the hair tucked out of the way. And I'm going to use one of these because it won't leave any marks in the hair. So I like using these when I'm putting the rest of the hair out of the way, because if I use a bigger one it does leave a mark. So I'm just going to pull this hair out of the way, and we will come back to this part of the hair later. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Arch, yeah. Girls do love a bow, I know. I love bows. I've never used one of those. What do you mean you've never used? What, an invisibobble? Do you mean one of these, Laura? You must have used them, oh my goodness. I have like millions of them. Okay, so that's really good because now when I take it out, it won't leave that kink. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a braid on the top. Now this is where you could do any sort of braid you wanted. Okay, I mean from here, yes, invisibobbles, they're a mate. You need to Google them, not now Laura, but you know, after this, go and investigate them because they're so good. You can put your own, like they're so good for yourself. You can put your own, like I don't know about you, but I'll wash my hair and I love how it looks down, but then after half an hour, I tie my hair up. But then I have it down and then up and then down and up. But if you have it with an invisibobble, you won't leave that kink. That's what's so good about them. Oh, but yeah, use your invisibobble for like your own hair and you won't get the kinks in it. Okay, so from here, now you've got this. I mean, you can do all sorts because I love bits on the top of the head. I know Plaits by Rubes, is it Rubes? I think, yeah, she's in our Facebook group, isn't she? She does a lot of stuff on the top of the head because her daughter's got such short hair. But having all of this here, you can get some really lovely patterns on the top. So I thought I'd try something different. Okay, so we've done French and we've done the rope twist. What I thought I'd do today was a French fishtail. Okay, so don't get too panicky about it. It's really, really quite simple. If you can do a French braid, you are going to be able to do this no problem. If you still can't French braid just yet, then what you could do is you could do some connected ponytails. So you could take this section, put it in an elastic, take the next section, put it in an elastic, take the next section, put it into an elastic. So you could have connected ponytails all the way down, and then you could do the thing that we're going to do after we've done this fishtail. So even if you can't do a French braid or you've struggled with this French fishtail that I'm going to do, you will be able to do something similar with what I'm going to show you now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the very, very first section of her hair. Now, yes, I think I did a TikTok for that. It works really well. Oh, I think I've missed that. Right, anyway. Okay, I'll read back in a moment. So, just a bit of a catch up, and if you find this bit tricky, honestly, do not panic because I've put a link in the description box below how to do a French braid. So a French braid, I always hold the hair like with my fists kind of down like that, and I go over, hold that piece in my hand, and I take the other side over. Okay, then I come over here and I scoop up this side, and see this section here, I drop it into it, okay? And I take both of them together over that centre strand, hold it, and then this side has now got to go over, but before I do, I just scoop up some hair, drop it in, and then I take it over. Okay, so that is a French braid. That's what you're doing. You're just adding new hair every time you go across. Now, I know some people, they hold their hair differently, and you know, whatever way works for you is fine. You know, whatever way. I braid like this because this is how I braid my own hair. So I think braiding that way, I wouldn't be able to do my own hair. I always seem to have braids. Yeah, they do all braid it differently. But I learned how to braid my own hair when I was 8. So this is how I braid my own hair. I have to do it this way, otherwise I wouldn't be able to get my hands the other way in my own hair. Okay, so anyway, that's a French braid, okay? Doesn't matter how you hold your hands, this is a French braid, the technique of adding hair every time you do this, the next stitch. Okay, so that's the French braid. So this French fishtail is going to work very, very similarly, but instead of taking the whole of the side sections across, you're only going to take a very small part across. Okay, so I'm going to take a very small little slice at the front. Okay, and for a fishtail, if I'm going to make that even smaller, I think, for a fishtail, you're basically working with 2 strands of hair. Okay, so if I show you here, and with the fishtail, you're going to take this little side piece and you're going to cross it, and you're going to join it to this side piece. Then you're going to take this little side piece and you're going to cross it to this side piece. Then you take a tiny little slither and you cross it to this side. Then again you repeat, take a small slither, take it to this side. And this is how you get your fishtail. You're just going from side to side in very, very small pieces. So a fishtail braid is absolutely beautiful, but it's incredibly time consuming, but it's well worth the effort. So if you've got time, you know, make a bit of time for yourself. I think it's really relaxing doing hair. It's quite therapeutic. It's, you know, it's not doing the washing. It's not having to do any jobs. It's just, you know, having some time for yourself. If your daughter's happy to just sit there and let you play with her hair, then have a play and do one of these braids. It's really lovely. But this perhaps isn't necessarily the braid to do when you've got long hair and you want 2 of them like in bunches before school, because it does take a really long time. Although I do have a couple of ways to get cheats fishtails. I'm sure you probably know them already, don't you? You know when you do like a ponytail and then you do a ponytail lower and you twist it through itself. But anyway, that's what I'm making there. Can you see? Let's see if I can get as close as possible. Yeah, definitely therapy. That is a fishtail, but I mean, that's taken me a long time just to do that small amount, hasn't it? Okay, so a fishtail is intricate, beautiful, a little bit time consuming. That's why I'm only going to do this top section, because I want it to be like a school style. Okay, so I'm going to take, make sure she's nice and central. I'm going to take this very small slice, okay, and I'm going to split it in the middle. So I'm going to do just like when you're doing a normal fishtail. I'm going to take from this side and I'm going to go over, okay. Now I'm going to take from this side and I'm going to go over. Okay, so now what I need to do, I need to now, if I was doing a French, I'd take this, I'd add to the here and take it all over, but I don't want to take the whole side over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a very small section of hair from here, from my side, and then I'm going to only pick up a very small piece of hair. So I'm dropping this small piece into it, okay? I'm going to take them both over that centre and join them onto this side here. Okay, now I'm going to come over here, take a small piece of hair, and I'm going to take a very small piece from this strand. So hopefully me talking you through it will help, because it's maybe tricky seeing it at the moment. That's going to go all the way over. I'm going to hold this one, so can you see I've only got one section in my hand at the moment, rather than having like the side strand and the centre strand. I've got just the side strand, and now I've just got this one all together here. So now I'm going to take some more hair, very small slither, and I'm just going to take a little edge off of that bit there. I only want to take that little edge off. And I'm going to take that all the way across to this side, okay? Now I'm going to go to this side here, and I'm going to take a slither from that side and they are both going to go across. So can you see how I've only got 2 pieces each time? It definitely is a tension thing. Yes, I think I go wrong with this as I take too much hair. Smaller is the key, definitely smaller, definitely. So like you've got this whole piece here, if it were French, we'd take the whole lot over. But now we're going to take a small slice and then sort of like, you see how you can just like wiggle your finger in there? And then like pull that through so you don't get knotty, and then take this, so you've got the extra piece, a tiny bit of the original, taking them over the centre and cross like that. Okay, so I'm going to come over here, wiggle my finger in, take them, so I've got the new hair, a piece of the original going across. And like I think it was Laura said, tension, definitely tension. You need to just keep holding it. That's why I find it much easier with my hands here, because look how there's no gap between my hands and the head. I'm kind of resting on her head. Okay, so I'm going to take a little slice. I'm going to wiggle my finger in. I'm going to use my thumb to sort of help me pull my fingers, because obviously, you know, it gets knotty, doesn't it, if you end up knotting the ends. So I'm going to put this on this side now. I'm going to come over here. I think I lost my train of thought then, talking. Right, okay, take those bits, take them over to this side. So I know I was going quite slowly at the beginning, but you can pick up the speed once you know what you're doing. So I'm hoping, I mean, let me know in the comments, is this making sense? Can you see what I'm sort of doing? Can you see? I mean, I'm making it go a bit wobbly because I normally would have her head a bit lower, but I'm trying to do it so you can see. Yep, okay, brilliant. Thanks, Laura. So we're going to take a little slice of hair here, wiggle my finger into that section there because I only want a very small, total sense. Oh, thank you. It's so nice when people say that it's making sense, because, I mean, I know what I'm talking about, but... Okay, so, again, see, you've just got 2. You've only got 2 the whole time. Holding it. So I'm going to get a little bit from here. So, okay, I'm going to just keep doing that then. Whoops. So, I mean, I've seen people, Brianna's braids on Instagram, she quite often would do fishtail, French braids, and I mean, they're gorgeous, but whether she can just do them super, super fast, or whether she does it like, you know, how people do mindfulness, mindfulness colouring in. You know, some people do gardening, some people do like watercolours. Everybody's got a bit of a hobby where they're not looking at a screen, they're just doing something. For them, they're just doing something relaxing. Like my husband, he loves to play chess. He's quite like, I'll look at him, I think, oh my gosh, he's on his phone again. And he's just playing chess. He just loves playing chess. So whatever helps you to relax. So, I mean, maybe Brianna's mum, she just spends a lot of time doing fishtails. But yeah, check out her Instagram page, because she does a lot of French fishtails. And they're so lovely, because her daughter's hair is really, really dark. So they just look amazing on her hair. In fact, I'll tell you what I'll do. On the Friday follow, I will put a link to her. Then you can find her, because she's great. Okay, so I'm nearly at the end of that section of hair that I did at the beginning. Okay, so I've only got a very small amount of hair to go. I'm going to take them over. So, Louise, is there anywhere in Scotland that you recommend going? Where would you... I think my husband would love to go right to the northern coast. I mean, I've seen photos. The sea just looks so incredibly blue. Looks amazing. And even though we were away for 4 weeks, in Devon, it rained every single day. Even on the nice days, it rained. Just a little bit. So you just can't have the weather all the time, can you? You think, oh, in 4 weeks you're going to have at least, you know, some really good days. But we didn't. But never mind. Okay, so here is the French fishtail now. I'm going to pick her up so you can see her a bit more. Oh, so the NC 500 is a place. It's all year round, the north coast of Scotland. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, I thought maybe I thought that was the name of your motorhome. Okay, so this is the fishtail that I've done now. I'm just going to turn her around because I just think it's quite pretty. I'm just going to continue. I'm just going to add a little bit at the end. I'm just going to go as a fishtail down. Don't know if you can see that? So I'm just going to braid downwards. Let's see. Summer has been non-existent this year. I know. It really has. It's such a shame because before the schools broke up, the weather was just incredible. And you know what's going to happen come September? The weather is always so nice in September, isn't it? It's a shame, but do you know what? It doesn't really. It's not about the weather, is it? It's about what you do and about, you know, just having fun and spending time with people that you love. So yeah, it would have been nice. It would have been nicer if it was a bit more sunny because you could just never get anything dry. So we were always putting wetsuits on because we couldn't get them dry overnight. Towels, couldn't get the towels dry. But anyway, that's another story. So I've just braided down slightly, and now what I'm going to do, now this is personal choice again. You can do whatever you like. I mean, tell me what you think you want to do. Stands for the North Coast 500. Oh, it's 500 miles. Oh, I see. I think because we're in a caravan, I find it a bit of a pain having to pack up and unpack and pack up and unpack. But I suppose that's when you've got a motorhome, you can do it a lot more easily. Okay, so from here, you could, if you wanted to, you could finish that with a bow right there, if you wanted. Or you could finish it with a hair wrap. So, like, if you had a bobble, and then you could wrap the hair around it. I mean, I'll show you in a minute. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for just a navy blue bobble, because it matches these big bows that Alicia has chosen. Okay. I've just braided down a little bit, just so that when I put the bobble on, it holds a bit better. Okay, because you know, like if you're doing Dutch pigtails, if you just finish at the pigtail, it's tricky to get the bobble on. So it's always best to kind of do a few extra stitches and then finish with a pigtail. Right, let me just turn you around, lovely, so I can get your bobble on. Okay, oops. All right, so getting this on. And then what I'm going to do is this, I'll show you a, now I know lots of you know this already, but for those of you that don't, do a hair wrap. You can do it several different ways, but I always use one of these and I stick it through there, stick it through the bobble, wrap a bit of hair around, put it in the loop and then pull it through, and that gives you a really good secure hair wrap. Okay, so that's what I've done. I'm going to leave it as the bobble because, you know, time is of the essence in the morning. If you've spent a long time doing a French fishtail, then you want to work quickly with the rest of the hair. Okay, so I'm going to just flick that over for now. And I'm going to take it. Now, Laura, this is where you'll see how cool this is because look, it doesn't leave any kink. So I just really, really like these invisibobbles when you're doing that sort of thing. Okay, now to get the centre parting that I want, I'm going to get my fingers, these middle fingers, into her ear. And I'm going to join them at the back. And where my thumbs meet here, let's see if I can turn you around, lovely. Where her thumbs meet, just there like that, I'm going to go down. Now, when your daughter is with you, when you're doing it on your daughter's hair, now that's really wonky because I've got you wonky, haven't I? When you do your daughter's hair, I always find it easy to part it in 3 ways because they'll have like they've got like a dip in the back of their neck, and then you know that you're getting it super, super straight down the back of their neck. Okay, so now I have sectioned her hair and I've got this parting line. I'm going to just do one low pigtail or bunch. I mean, what do you call them? Pigtails or bunches? That's the thing. I never know what to call them. Some people call them bunches. Some people call them pigtails. I mean, is it like an English American thing, or is it even, you know, just some people call them. I always go for pigtails, but I know when I'm doing it on social media, I always say bunches. Okay, so I'm going to put this hair, this side, into a pigtail. And also pigtails. Why pigtails? Because pigs only have one tail. So I don't know why it would be called a pigtail. I totally get ponytail, because a pony has a tail and it's like a ponytail, but yeah, I'm not sure why pigtail. Maybe that's why people say bunches, because it is like, you know, 2 bunches of hair. There's one. I'm going to do the other side now. I feel like she's looking a bit wonky, but that might be because when I'm doing it, I don't really feel like I do it very well because I'm always trying to get you to be able to see what I'm doing at the same time. Oh, you going to stay over there for me? Right. Okay. Just comb that through. Well, Laura, you're going to have to, not Laura, Louise, you're going to have to show me that page then. I think my mother-in-law might have done that Scottish route. I didn't realise it had that special name, but I know she went around the north. That's why my husband's really keen to do the north as well. Okay, so put this one in here now. And this is where I'm saying that you could get this to last you one whole week, because when you've got all the parting lines, these partings, like you've got those partings done now, you'd have to brush the hair back into the bunches and get it nice and neat again. But you could go to sleep like this because it's nice and flat, if your little girl's happy to sleep with her hair like this. And then you can just like freshen it up the next day. But you could change the top. So, you know, along the top you could have a Dutch braid one day, you could have a French braid, you could have connected ponytails, you could do connected pull-throughs, you could do a 5-strand braid, you could do a rope twist, you could do whatever you wanted. Right, I'm going to put you so I can see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to split the hair dead centre, and I'm going to, now I mean, what would look amazing, I think, is if this was a fishtail and that was a fishtail. I mean, look, how lovely would that look? But I also know it's very time consuming, so I'm not going to suggest that I do that today. Okay, so I'm going to put the hair onto this side and put a bow on. And then I'm going to do the other side as well. Now, I'm thinking that you guys are going to be able to do this so nicely. Oh, and I'm sure you'll be able to get it so much straighter and so much neater because you won't be trying to do it for a camera to see you. Okay, so what do you think? Do you think you'll be able to do this? Do you think you'll be able to, how many different days do you think you'll be able to get out of that top section? How many, I mean, I've said rope, 5-strand. You could even do a 4-strand ribbon braid, couldn't you? And then imagine having the ribbon going down both sides. Oh my goodness. There's just so many. Once you can do these different braids, you can just do, this is just about parting the hair in different ways, isn't it? Once you've parted it this way, this could give you so many different styles. You could put these two ends into buns if you wanted to. You could put these two ends into plaits. You do whatever you wanted. You could do a plait all the way down there. Okay, so I feel like she's a little bit twisty, but I think that's because I was trying to show you the French fishtail. But anyway, here is the finished look. I think she looks really, really lovely. And the bows, Alicia, they are just perfect. I mean, you could have had another bow here if you wanted to, but maybe that might have been a bit too much. Maybe if I was going to do this again, I think I might have pulled it down a bit lower, because I think I prefer it when the bobble's slightly lower so you can kind of see it more. But anyway, it's all just, you know, hair's hair. You can do it however you like. Now, let's have a look. I did have glasses. I'm awful with my glasses. I pick them up and put them down, and then I can't read anything. Right, I'm sure I saw some messages on here that I perhaps missed. Let's see. It's got a Bertha. Bigger bows, girls love it, yeah, say Arch. So Laura says, I've never used one of those. Yeah, that was the invisibobble. So do you think you're going to use an invisibobble now? I mean, I use the sectioning clips, but I always use an invisibobble for when it's like making a ponytail. Because I find like when I do a clip, if I'm doing this and I want to keep that down, sometimes it really, I can catch my finger in it and I end up scooping it up and then ruining the parting, whereas putting it in a ponytail actually keeps it really secure out of the way. But then you don't want to make it so secure that you get that kink. I always get them stuck in my hair. Oh, do you? So Louise says she always gets those invisible bobbles stuck in her hair. Oh my goodness. So then Caroline said, I was brave and went for the chop yesterday. Oh, did you do it? Oh, Caroline, because I know you said you were going to do it. Like the photo that you put in the WhatsApp group, the Facebook group. Oh, amazing. Oh, you'll have to put another photo on now so we can see what it looks like. I was very... Oh, let's put this back up again. And then I can see you. I saw a cool hack for those bands. So Laura said, because yes, if you put them into the water, they sort of shrink back. Yeah, Laura did put it on her TikTok. Laura, might have been yours, I saw, Lou. Yeah, probably was. Laura, I love how all braiders, we do braid all so differently, don't you? And do you know what? I saw the other day on, I've started following somebody new on Instagram. I'll have to put her in the Friday follow so you can see her, because she braids with like a needle. Has anyone ever seen that? As she's braiding, she sort of takes a tiny needle, it's like a crochet hook almost, and then she gets the thinnest bits of hair. Oh my goodness, it's like she's sewing, but it's so good. And then I googled it and it came up with like, you can get these things with your fingers and you can kind of scoop up the hair with these like pointy fingers. Has anyone ever seen those before? I love it. Yeah, nuts. It's totally my therapy. Yeah, definitely. Well, you're so good at it, Louise. It's a tension thing, isn't it? Yeah. Think I go wrong. Yeah. Yeah. So Caroline, I think it is tricky. You really do need to take the smallest pieces. The smallest pieces. But then again, like, it is time consuming. That's why I'm in here. That didn't take so long. Once I got going, like, I mean, I've only got a small section, but actually they're little. So you look at them from down on top of them anyway, don't you, a lot? Yeah, never let go. Definitely never let go. Total sense. Brilliant. Fish is a can't remember where, sorry. Yeah, they are. And I tell you what, a fishtail makes a really lovely bun. If you were to fishtail this whole ponytail here, this pigtail, and then wrap it around, it makes a gorgeous, gorgeous bun. And also, fishtails are so pretty, Caroline. If you want to go and practice them, every single little stitch, you just pull out every single little stitch. They look really, they have a completely different look. So you can have them really tight and neat. But then once you're done, you can just put on every single little stitch. And then it just gives it a real boho, like, festively relaxed kind of vibe. And it's really, really pretty. Braided, yeah, summer has been non-existent. I know. Yeah, I read that bit. I've worked this summer. Oh, where are you going, Laura? Where are you going to go in October? How nice. Maybe the weather will be nice in October. I call them bunches. So Louise calls them bunches. I saw this hack by Claire's Braid about getting a part line, and it works every time. Hack by Claire's Braid. Who's Claire's? I don't think I know Claire's Braid. Is Claire's Braid an Instagram page? And what was the part line hack? I can't remember what I said. What was the hack? Have I given you a hack? I don't know what the hack was. Oh, Claire's Braid Bar. Oh, I don't know Claire's Braid Bar. I'll go and have a look at her. I say bunches. Okay. I tend to do exactly what you were doing. I start on a Monday and just tidy up until Friday. Lifesaver of work. Yeah. Love that idea. Quick. Yeah, exactly. Claire is a ledge. Oh, I'll have a look. Claire's Braid Bar. Yeah, so once you've got these part lines in place, just neaten them up, and then you could just, change his top bit. Totally, especially as Cammy doesn't like having her hair done. Oh, doesn't she? Oh. How do you convince her to get her hair done then if she doesn't like it? Because she had like about 10 braids, didn't she, when she went on that camp? Brilliant. Cute ribbon braid. Each side would be cool. Navy ribbon, exactly. I mean, if this was a ribbon, if you did a 4-strand ribbon braid with this, but you started it and you had like 2 ribbons but acting as one, then this could be, you could go into these 2 and you'd have the 1 ribbon. I mean, it'd be so pretty, wouldn't it? You'd need to make sure your ribbon was super long though. I do a ponytail. Oh, Louise, we do the ponytail too. Nice to see you all. I'm going out. Oh, cool, Caroline. How nice. Oh, pick on the grip. Oh, lovely. Have a lovely time. I saw a needle too. Yeah, the needle thing. Yeah. Pool. Oh, I love pool. It's so nice down there. And sandbanks. Oh my goodness. It's just so lovely. Are you going to do like some paddleboarding and kayaking? What sort of stuff are you going to do? Do you do water sports, Laura? I would definitely try the bun idea. Yeah, nice. Claire said bribes. Oh, bribes. Yeah, bribes always work. Chocolates and sweets, all that sort of nice stuff. Yeah. So I suppose, I've been so busy chatting, I haven't really mentioned much about what you can do. So, iPads, yeah, they're always good as well. But do you know what? My daughter, she's got a really weak neck. So she reads so much. We had to take her to an osteopath because she had such a bad neck. And when we got there, she was like, oh, too much iPad. And I was like, no, she doesn't go on the iPad very much. She reads a lot. So yeah, so now whenever anyone's on an iPad or reading a book, like posture, because it's cost us a fortune to try and fix her neck. Like you need to and so now if I see people like this, I'm always like, oh, their poor neck, their neck's going to get really, really sore. You need to be really careful with their necks. We're not a water sports type. Oh, I'm not cut out for all of that. We've got an indoor pool and beach house. You're the total opposite to me then. Oh, a beach house sounds amazing though. You're right on the beach, like a beach hut type beach house. Like one of those bigger ones. Oh, amazing. Oh, but honestly, you should try the paddleboarding. The paddleboarding is really quite, you don't even need a wetsuit on, okay? Because you don't even go in the water. You can go on in your clothes. You're not going to fall in. You go out. You can go with your shorts on. You can kind of walk out and then just hot shop onto it. Make sure you've got a life jacket on. And then you don't even get wet. You would stay on it. Honestly, they are totally balanced. They are so good. They're so big. Like people can do yoga on them. They're so good. Honestly, you should. I'm dangerous enough as a pedestrian. Oh no, I think you should have a go. I'm going to try going. Yes. Do you know what? So my daughter, now she started secondary school, she's so cool. And she'll be like, sup, sup, sup. And I'm like, stand up paddleboard, stand up paddleboard. And she's like, oh yeah, that's, yeah. So she doesn't say it anymore because it just sounds like a stand up paddleboard. And when you meet me, you'll understand. Louise, you're scared of water. Oh no. More than happy to it. Oh, good, 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 good. Oh yeah, we honestly, I don't know if you saw my Instagram, we are just, I'm like every year I just think, oh, I don't know why we don't just move here. Why don't we move to the sea? I just love being next to the sea all of the time, but I just couldn't bear to leave all my family, and it's such a big move, isn't it, to like lift your whole family and go off to the sea. But anyway, I'm just rambling on now. So yeah, it would be really lovely if you could start. I mean, I can see it now, it's looking a little bit bumpy just here. But yeah, I need to. We are right in the centre of the UK. You couldn't get further from the sea if you tried. So yeah, although we went to Wales next to sea yesterday, and that was lovely. We go there every like bank holiday weekend time, and it doesn't take too long. But yeah, it's a bit too long for people that really love being by the sea all the time. I love the sea. Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, it was really lovely to see you all and catch up, find out about your holiday, Louise, and hopefully, yeah, I'll see you in the group and you'll do some more styles. And I'll now need to catch up on all of the group chat because I know there's been loads of pictures in there and I just haven't seen them because some days we've had like good signal, and then if I had good signal, I've been trying to busy edit a video to post it. So yeah, I need to go back and check out all the posts. So anyway, have a lovely Saturday evening. Have you got anything nice planned? It looks, I mean, the sky here, it could make you cry. It's blue. The sky is absolutely, there's not a cloud in the sky. Now I'm back at home. Not a cloud in the sky. So typical, isn't it? But yeah, hopefully it's like that where you are as well. A boot fair. Are you doing plats at the boot fair or are you selling things? I love a car boot sale. I do love a car, although I don't like you have to leave the house in the dark, don't you? You're leaving your house so early to kind of get there and you're in the queue. I mean, the one good thing is you get to go and get a bacon bap, so that's nice. But yeah, and then I often end up bringing stuff home and then you've sorted it all out. The last thing I want to do is bring it all home with me, so I tend to just go to a charity shop and then just like anything I don't sell, just hand it over to them. I'm going to give braids a go, but mainly just some. Oh wow! Oh, I hope you get on well. That'd be really good. Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with waking up early, and I'm not looking forward to having to start setting the alarm. We had to set our alarm yesterday morning to get to Wales, and that was tricky. A whole summer of not setting the alarm was lovely, but yeah, to have to get back into the swing of things is tricky. Yeah, it will be worth a go. Give it a go. Are you doing it in Canterbury? Anyway. So I will see you all in the group, and it's so nice that you could come today. Thanks, ladies. I will see you soon. Take care. Oh, I've had a lot of practice with weddings of getting up. Yeah, I bet you have. Yeah, I mean, to get through. I mean, what time do you have to wake up for a wedding? You must have to wake up so early. Like if a wedding is at 1 o'clock and you've got to get, say, the bride and all the bridesmaids done, you must have to wake up super, super early. Lucky you. But then you're finished for the rest of the day, aren't you? Anyway, I'll see you all soon. 5 a.m. That's a night feed. That is what I would think was a night feed. Feed the baby, put them back to sleep, and wake up at 7. Anyway, I will see you soon. Take care. Bye, everyone.